special. Hell yeah. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm glad you do. My candles. It's retired. What's up, Gemini? Jimmy? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Matthew? What's up, Righteous D? Starboy, Stormy, Patricia. What's happening? Tina. All right, so y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? You ready to get into it right quick? Yeah. All right. Three, two. Good news? No good news that I could just share outwardly. No, I mean, you know, people be hating and things. I would love to tell y'all things, you know what I'm saying? But you know, people. But anyway, let's get into this thing. I don't really want to do the dice. I don't really want to do the dice. I ain't feeling the dice. You know, we gonna leave the dice where they at. All right, always protect me in the Gemini, please. Jimmy. Got suspicious. Feeling not able to trust a person or believe they are guilty of wrongdoing, but you have no proof. Okay, some of you guys could have not needed any proof, right? You'd be highly tapped in. You know, you didn't need any physical proof, whether it's a person, place, or about a thing. Okay, you know, all. You know, if the question of something comes up in your energy, right? You know, in your mind, you know, more than likely it is whatever it is that you're, you know, feeling or thinking that it is, right? Okay, so we call this suspicion. So this could be somebody else feeling suspicious of you, you know, if you know something or not. Yeah, I feel like I hit that directly on the money. Yeah, if you know something or not, okay. Them being suspicious of it makes me feel like they know that you know. Confirmation. Yeah, makes me feel like they know that you know. Kind of like I regret it, you know. Damn, I can't take it back. Damn, I already did it. You know, Never know what you got till it's gone. Loathing. You dislike something or you dislike something so intensely that it takes many forms like revulsion, distaste, or in hatred. So somebody's feelings are mutating right now. You know, they don't know what to feel. Okay, you know, you got aggression and anger. Okay, this is somebody you just walked away from for some of you. Okay, could have been fresh. Could have been today, could have been yesterday. Okay, it's giving me a fresh disconnect, you know, a cutoff from the energy. Intrigued, interested, or fascinated with something or someone, and here's a new person. I feel like at one time, you know what's interestingly enough, I feel like somebody could have talked about you to people or showed you to people. Okay, maybe in the circle or you know that they kick it with, hang out with, and I feel like they didn't expect these people to be intrigued with you as well. Okay, you could have if I'm talking to you, you know exactly who these people are, whether they're, you know, whether they're well known in the public eye or not. Okay. I feel like you're getting these people by name. Whoever these people are in your energy, you know by name. Okay, spirits told you by name. Okay, and they're connected to this person. So somebody that could have kept you waiting, somebody that could have, been in and out of your energy. And why they do that? Why they do that? Because now they're unhappy. When you don't feel very satisfied about something, see, yeah, somebody kind of like passed you up, trying to play games or something like that, trying to ask other people about you, and come to find out. So this is somebody who comes to find out your true value by how other people react to you. Confirmation. Yeah, so this person didn't really see your true value until they saw other people's reaction to you. Then they're like, oh shit, oh. Yeah, you dodged a bullet for some of you. Yeah, they're sad. Yeah, confirmation. When you're feeling really down, I mean, what you gonna do? I don't know how many times I come out here and say, stop judging people from a distance. You don't know this person, so you gonna play with this person like you know them, like like you got the room to do so. You gonna play with this person, and then you're surprised when they turn their back. So you could have lost interest in someone, kind of turned you off a bit. Confirmation. Yeah. Okay. So the homies might try to, or the homegirls. Okay, These could be some pretty good options too. They're not like whoever this is, okay? At least the ones I'm picking up on. Especially if somebody left you waiting, or was silent. Okay, gave you kind of the silent treatment, left you to wonder. If a person leaves you to wonder, then make sure you wonder your ass on off. Just go on and wonder on off. Confirmation. Yeah, midnight train to Georgia. Yeah, that's what you did. You caught that midnight train to Georgia. I don't know. Somebody could have left at night. I don't know. Okay, if this is you physically leaving somebody, for some of y'all, or you could have just crept out. You could have not said anything. You just, like I said, an abrupt cutoff. Right, cut off from your energy. It's like unplugging the cord from a wall. The power, it powers down. It's, and the power goes off. That's what happened. It's too late to apologize. That's what I'm hearing. It's too late. Queen Esther in the reverse. So that's my Queen of Cups in the reverse. It's giving me emotionally manipulative. Okay, Black Sheep in the reverse. Somebody didn't see you as you truly are, right? You're the Black Sheep. Okay, wherever you come from, whatever group, people you come from, you're the Black Sheep. Somebody could have saw you as everybody else. They were wrong. Okay, somebody could lack emotional intelligence. Yeah, somebody could be trying to run back towards you real quick too before the homies or the homegirls, climbing your DM. Ooh, Tori, good guy. Y'all know how I feel about some Tori, boy. Okay, sorry. I get every time I come on, every time. Return to sender. So somebody wishing they wouldn't have done something a certain way, or they wouldn't have said. I keep telling y'all, quit telling people your business. So now somebody feels some type of way. They're unhappy because they friends or their associates or whoever they work with or whatever are interested in you. Okay. And ain't nobody gonna let's say the love of their life or, a good friendship, one that cannot be replaced, one that's hard to find on this planet, right? Okay, get away. Money on my mind, Lil Wayne. Somebody could have pegged you for a gold digger, or that's how they was looking at you. That's how they was, you know. Kind of gives me somebody looking at you, you know, with the one eyebrow up. It gives me like the Rock. You know, they looking at you like one eyebrow. Oh, no, you didn't. Somebody said, I don't see what all the hype is. He said, I don't see what all the hype is. Castaway Wilson in the reverse. June in the reverse. Somebody could be born in June. Okay, somebody could have watched you since June. Something could have happened in June. You're a baddie. Yeah, the other ones see it. Okay, I mean they see it now. You know, the person that you know you walked away from, they see it now, but the other one saw it the first time. Okay. Pisces in the reverse. Somebody again with the lack of emotional intelligence. Make believe in the reverse. Somebody lied to themselves. They told themselves things that weren't true. So, like I said before, and say all the time, you know, it's like somebody observing you from a distance and saying, "Oh yeah, they're like this because of how they look," or "Oh yeah, they're like this. Yeah, I'm a play this game with them. You know, let me mess with their head, right? Let me test their temperature, you know." And then as soon as they do that, you're out the door. Then it's like, what? Is it like, how come people just can't be human? I don't get it sometimes. Like, how come people just can't be human? Hey, hi, what's up? How are you? Yeah, what's going on? Like, how's your day, right? You know, my name is so and so. You know, I know we never met each other before, but it feels like I know you. It feels like I know you from somewhere, even though I know I've never met you before. Can we go talk about this? Can we go sit down and talk about this? Because I feel like we need to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can't go into the next day, into tomorrow, without talking about this. You know? Cup of coffee, maybe? Okay, all right. You know, let's go. There you go. Don't, that's how I would approach it. Don't have to be as animated as me, but that's just how I am, you know. Especially when I'm nervous, you know, I'll you know, funny things tend to come out when I'm nervous, right? But it can, you know, I mean, all it takes is somebody to speak up. Otherwise, how's one going to know anything, right? Even if one does know, you know, you need to speak, sir, ma'am, or forever hold your peace. How boring is that? No communication. Like we're gonna sit there and look at each other. I mean, we could do that, but is it at any time is there communication? You know, is there you know words going back and forth? All right, let's get two of these and we can hop into the read. All right, let me get two, please. Yeah, if somebody's scared of you, then they probably got something to hide, right? You know, especially from your, you know, if you got spiritual gifts, somebody's, you know, they're like, oh, well, I don't know about you. They probably got some type of nefarious purpose, right? Not every time, but most times, they want to get something over on you, right? You know, and because you can see it, they got a problem with it, you know? Okay, honor your feelings, first quarter moon in Pisces. There's that Pisces in the reverse. Okay, somebody didn't honor their feelings. They ignored their feelings. Know your worth, okay? And you know your worth, so you left. All right, new moon in Taurus, plain and simple. Okay, you could have a Taurus in your energy. Chris Brown was just on there, wasn't he? I think he's a Taurus. Lil Wayne's on there now too. I don't know what zodiac sign it is. I can't remember right now. First quarter moon in Leo, be humble, and first quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. Leo, Capricorn, Pisces, Gemini, clear your mind. I should just say transparency when you look at me. Then I just say by looking at, looking back and forth. So somebody could be about to be transparent with you. Okay, someone out of the bunch, someone. Yeah, take you places like, what did he say, Cancun? Yeah, in the title, when I got, pull cards for the title before I press, play or live or whatever, record, whatever. Uh, it came out that somebody wants to invite someone somewhere. Like somebody wants someone to be a +1 to like a show or an event or something like that. Somebody wants someone to be the +1. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Somebody's about to unleash their... Somebody's about to be soft with you. Okay. Like the approach. Boy, somebody wish they never said something, or they wish they never showed your picture or your profile, or something like that. Something like that. I mean, if you don't move, somebody else is gonna move. Like, what you expect? You thought somebody didn't have a sauce? You thought somebody, didn't have no motion? You saw they had motion, so what you talking about? Recent past. Yeah, the 3 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, now somebody can't. Somebody did not see something, like I said. Somebody did not see something, okay? And that something had to do with you. 3 of Wands in the reverse, okay? They could have also been doing something that they thought that you did not see. Mm-hmm. Leo, Sag, Aries, Queen of Cups. Something about your they didn't see how sweet you are, how kind-hearted you are. Oh, there's other sides to you. People will see one side to you and I don't know why, but they'll figure that that's the only side to you. Which is crazy to me, right? Everybody has multiple sides, right? That's what this person did, whoever this is. Okay, so they're very narrow-minded, okay? The scope that they think on is not that broad. It's very narrow, and from one point to another, it doesn't expand. Okay. 10 of Wands. I don't know, something about your beauty could have been intimidating to this person, the High Priestess, and your gifts, the 9 of Swords. Yeah, the Empress. Yeah, power. You're standing in power. The Queen of Pentacles. 6 of Swords, the 4 of Wands. Something about something being too heavy, okay, or too much luggage, or too much of something. Okay, this could be like a plane. This could be a plane. This could be a ship. There's too much of something on something, like too much weight. So if somebody's catching a flight or something like that, right? Because that's what I'm being shown. If somebody's catching a flight, okay, and you're the one who, gets offered to take another flight, okay, take that other flight. Take that other flight. Okay, something about it being too much weight on something, and the end of that is not very good, not very promising. Okay, so that situation is going to come up for somebody. Somebody's going to be at the airport and be offered a later flight. Take it. Okay, take it. Yeah, and you're going to have this need to rush to, get on this flight. It has to be this flight. No, please take the next one. Take the next one. Some type of negligence with the airline. Okay. I don't know what you call it. Just some type of issue with the airline. Employees, Temperance, Six of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. It's like somebody thinking that a person is slow, right? Let's say people are racing, right? Let's say this person thinks that another person is slow, right? You know, because they're running at a pace. They're pacing themselves, right? So this person tries to, you know, they start showing off, right? You know, they start running backwards, you know, they start, you know, skipping sideways and, you know what I'm saying, dancing around the person. And then the person hits the last straightaway and they take off. Look what fell out, the Chariot. The Chariot. And they take off with fire coming out the tailpipe. The Chariot, the Phoenix. That's what happened. Yeah, somebody was running beside you and they was like, look at them. They're cute. You know, they're cute. Somebody was arrogant. Yeah, and they came up on next to you and you were pacing yourself. You know, you wasn't even paying no attention. You was pacing yourself, breathing, you know. You was doing your breathing and everything if you ever ran track, right? And you hit that last straightaway and you took off. This person's like, you know, in the cartoon when they be like, that's this person. Yeah, they didn't know you was a big dog like that, a Hierophant. Yeah, they didn't know you was a big dog like that. So they prejudged you. So somebody must have some status, or somebody could even be famous. They can be famous. Does somebody look down on you or treat you a certain type of way or something like that? Because what? You're not a movie star or a music artist that's up here, or an artist, period, that's up here, or whatever it is that you do. So somebody made themselves look like a fool. And there they sit, looking like a fool, feeling like one too. The Nine of Wands. This person has some type of wound, some type of it's like always being too timid to ever actually take action on something and do something, right? But it's crazy because this person is successful in something. Like they take action, they you know what I'm saying? They go for the goal. There's a wound there. I don't know. It could be a mother wound with the Queen of Cups here. It could be a mother wound. Okay. You know what it gives me? It gives me the equivalent of, you know, a kid having to hide in the closet while their parent is, you know, domestic violence. When their parents dealing with domestic violence, that's what I'm seeing. A kid hiding in the closet, peeking out the crack. That's what it's giving. Like this ran over into this person's adulthood. So that's what it's like when somebody, or that's what it was like with you. Like this person went and hid in the closet and looked through the crack, you know. So somebody needs to heal from some type of wound, Okay. Ace of Wands, that'd be a confirmation. Yeah. But somebody else here is moving quickly. They could even be traveling, have to travel somewhere. Okay, maybe to somebody's house or where somebody, you know, where they live, the area they live in, Queen of Wands, the Ace of Swords. Somebody sees clearly about another person. Somebody sees another person clearly. Queen of Wands in the reverse with the Ace of Cups. Four of Cups, the Hierophant, the Fool. Somebody could have turned somebody else down. Okay, when it comes to like a marriage or something, or a partnership or a collaboration, somebody turned another person down. The Knight of Pentacles. The Hermit. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, heavy Virgo. Tinashe, 2 on, 9 of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Page of Cups. Who is this? Who is this? They're making me sweat a little bit. Who is this? I don't know. Is he be a fire sign? An Aries? King of Swords? Wheel of Fortune? I don't look. Somebody over here is actively like all I see is dust. You know, if you're driving on the country road, you know, and the dust is all kicked up and everything, so you can't see anything behind that, right? Or you know, ahead of that, yeah, somebody's kicking up dust over here. Could be a fire sign. Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius. Nine of Pentacles, King of Wands, Ace of Swords, Page of Cups, the Phoenix. Somebody wants to offer whatever somebody wants to offer has to do with feelings, emotions. Okay, romantic one. Somebody adores another person, and something is transformative. Like if you were to accept this offer, something would automatically change, like instantly, upon accepting this offer from a certain fire sign. Now there could be more people out here. There is, but there's this fire sign's coming out. All right. Shit, son. I love you. All right, let's look at this Love Oracle deck. Everybody get nervous. Part where everybody get nervous. Power couple. Okay. For some of y'all, it could be LGBTQ or same sex or whatever. All right, let's get 4, please. All right, so different worlds and breakup. So for some of you, 2 people are different kinds of famous. Or for let me see, somebody could be internet famous, right? And another person could be world. Well, you know, that's kind of like the same thing. 2 people are just known for 2 different things, okay? Come from 2 different worlds, okay? Or somebody feels like, you know, the differences are just too much, so they didn't even try. Friend zone, marriage vows, emotional safety, single life, ride or die. Ooh, wow, look at this. So somebody comes in that this person showed you or talked to you about, and they scoop you up and it works out. And this person is left single thinking about, you know, oh, damn, that was my ride or die. Damn, that was my ride or die. So-and-so came in and swooped them up. And they a perfect match. So somebody else that you walked away from could have actually shown, could have helped your soulmate find you. The whole time they had no idea they were doing that, right? They were just showing your picture, showing your channel, or showing whatever. Then trick themselves out of the spot. Thanks for donation. ARW, appreciate it. Money matters. Lingering ex. Okay, so somebody's still giving money to an ex, or still, you know, linked financially to an ex. Twin flame. Sharing space. Comfortability. Didn't I say coffee? Ride or die. Didn't I say coffee when I was doing my little skit, my little, you know, hey, what's up, you know. Look at. There's the coffee. All right. Let's look at the current energy. Okay, those of y'all that's new in here, you know, I would watch all of the signs if I were you. Okay, you know, the sign really doesn't matter, you know. I mean, it does when you're looking for certain things, right? But when it comes to messages, the signs don't really matter, okay? I would watch every reading. You know, they're all connected. It's like one. Each sign is like a different side to the same. You know what I'm saying? Story. All right. Six of Cups. Somebody's having nostalgia. These soulmates, these whoever these soulmates are, because they are your soulmates. Okay, or yeah, you know, you have multiple soulmates, and you know that. Uh, but they all feel a connection with you. You're triggering memories. Okay, like soul memories, memories that are locked in your soul. You're triggering memories for whoever these group of people. I'm seeing three masculines or three feminines standing in a line. Okay, and one that fell off. So there were four, and now there are three. What else? Six of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, somebody remembers like romantic feelings or something like that. They remember, and there could be somebody out here from your past that remembers how you were with them or how you treated them. Five of Pentacles. Okay, this could be somebody you left out in the cold because they left you out in the cold sometime in the past. Six of Wands. Page of Swords. The Fool, the Knight of Wands. Six of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, like somebody's actively moving. This could be multiple people actively moving. Okay? Towards you. Like, without delay? Shit. Somebody heartbroken. Whoever put you in a third party, whoever, you know, whether it was a person or, you know, place or thing, okay? Yeah, somebody else or other people refuse to do that. You see how they're walking away from the Three of Swords? Like, these people know better. I'm sensing emotional intelligence in these masculines or these feminines. Yeah, Bryson Tiller just said power. She on a power trip again. So yeah, somebody could have been on a power trip with you. You know, some masculines and feminines that just want to have control over a person because they're insecure about themselves. Okay, somebody's in love with something that a person does in the spotlight. Okay, somebody points things out. Somebody teaches things. Somebody points out the small details. Somebody points out the hidden things. Okay, that may be right in front of people's faces. Nine of Wands. Okay, some people are afraid to acknowledge these things, right? It's like some people want to stay asleep. Some people want to, they don't want to know, right? What the truth is. Four of Pentacles. They'll regret that later, you know, when things are going to shit. I mean, that's happening now, right? But it'll get worse. The Star, Aquarius. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius. So you can have a Cancer out here who's interested in you, okay? Aquarius. An earth sign, a fire sign. Two of Wands, the World. The Lovers, Temperance. Yeah, they all see something peaceful with you. Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody over here regretting. They over here regretting it. These other people feel a peaceful connection with you, and you are what they want. Okay, and they're very defensive over you, protective over you already. Even Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Three of Pentacles. You got somebody else over here in the wings hiding. Could be a King of Cups. I feel like you the hot topic right now. Yeah. Yeah, I just heard a ding, a timer, oven timer go off. So something's done cooking. Yeah, it's let it cook. You're done cooking, okay? Or whatever it is you've been doing, you've been curating, or it's giving like a caterpillar in a cocoon, right? You know, or you know, marinating some meat. You know what I'm saying? For like 2 days or something like that. You know, in the refrigerator with all the stuff, you know, mixed into it or whatever. That's what it's giving. Marinade. Take that how you will. Somebody could be an actor. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody like reading a script, role play, playback, something like that. I'm hearing somebody yelling on a set. Okay, somebody could be learning something new, or somebody loves to read, all right, or somebody likes to spend time alone. They don't mind it. Okay, some of you guys went through another upgrade, another spiritual upgrade. Some of y'all two in like one day. Could have had 2 upgrades in one day. Okay, you and someone will be continuing something from a past life. What's this? 6 of Wands, 6 cups, 2 Wands. Just depends on which one. King of Wands in the reverse. Oh God, here he comes. Shit, he ain't been out here this whole time. We're Ace of Wands, 3 cups, the Emperor, Knight of Swords, Page of Cups. Ten of Wands, the Tower. So the straw that broke the camel's back. Okay, you closing out something finally, once and for all. Okay, it's causing somebody else to fall, like completely. A King of Wands, a Leo. Queen of Wands, 5 of Cups, 9 of Cups. And there's a Queen of Wands out here crying because they didn't get what they wanted. So this could be, I don't know, a spouse of this person, or somebody who this person was intertwined with, messing with. 7 of Swords. Somebody's trying to see if you're burdened, like if you're going through burden, if you gotta, you know, you could have a lot on your plate at the first of the year, right? You could have, like the first of the year could have hit, right? And all of a sudden you had all these new things to worry about, right? Like somebody did that on purpose. It's like somebody clogging up the energy or sending energy towards you to start your year off in the wrong way, you know, in the wrong feeling, in the wrong energy. And they're watching to see if it took effect. Death, the artist, yeah, wanting to put a death to whatever it is that you're planning on building or you're working towards or whatever you're starting, finishing. Okay, 3 of Wands, the Magician, yeah. 5 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, yes. They wanted you to fight with yourself. Queen of Cups. Who is this? The Chariot. Strength, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, the 2 of Cups. This could be a mother figure. Folded by Kaylani, he's playing. This could have been somebody you kicked out of your life. For some of you, a mother figure, okay, a baby's mother. For somebody, if it's your mom, like somebody's coming towards another person at a distance. 3 of Wands, okay, like something has to. Somebody to like apologize. Ooh, they might tell you something about a relationship, a connection that they've been in. For some of y'all, if this, for some of y'all, this is that mother that got with they son or their daughter's person, and they gonna tell you that when they give you something, somebody coming to give you something that belong to you, and they gonna tell you, oh, I've been, you know, I've been with your ex, or you know, we together. It's giving me trying to make you feel a certain type of way. I feel like you already know. I feel like you don't give a damn. You know, why would you care that your ex is with your mama or your sister or your family member? You know, they're staying. You no longer want them. So keep that shit to yourself. Congratulations. Uncle Ruckus. I'm hearing Uncle Ruckus. I don't know why. Maybe somebody got a colorism problem. Somebody can be mixed with multiple races, or something like that. They can be racist themselves. The person could be like dark skin. That's so colorism. Somebody don't like the color of their own skin. 7 to 1. Be somebody's mama. Cancer, Aries, temperance in the reverse, Sagittarius. Okay, you can have a Sagittarius from your past, a deep past. Okay, that's. I don't think you care. This is somebody from a deep past, and it just landed on it too. Like this could have been your first boyfriend or girlfriend, the first person you moved in, you lived together with, or something like that. Somebody did you dirty. You know, dirty South, dirty. You know, I mean like low, not like the dirty South is dirty or nothing. I mean low. Okay, the Hermit reverse, and they never took accountability for it. Yeah, they could have even talked shit about it. You know, behind your back. You know. Yeah, and they're regretting all of that. You know, it's giving. You know. I know I keep saying that a lot. It's giving, grab your plate, your bib, your spoon, and your fork, and you know, get ready to eat those words. Yeah, confirmation, 4 cups. Get ready to eat all those words that you was, all that bile, that shit that you was talking, you know, about why you left, you know, who did what and when, and you was lying your behind off. You was lying your behind off, Sagittarius, whoever you are. Yeah, you were, and now you see who this person has become. And you thought that you were gonna come across them later on in life, and they was gonna be somebody homeless on the street, or you know, on their knee pads for change or something like that. Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, you were wrong. You were wrong. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody pulled themselves out the mud. Yet where you tried to leave them. Twice. Oh, multiple times they tried to leave them, or you tried to leave them in the mud, and they got up both. Yeah, I'm hearing Destiny Child. I'm a survivor. Yeah, you didn't know who you was messing with. Like, damn. You leave somebody for dead, and then you see him on top of the world. That must feel horrible. 5 of Swords. Yeah, this person was competing with you when they were with you. Like, somebody could have been a drunk. Like, you could have took care of somebody, you know, during their moments. I'm getting you really being like a parent to somebody, whether you're a man or woman. You're being a parent to somebody, you know, over an actual partner. That's how I felt. You was a parent to this person. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. They could have went off, got married, didn't work. They feel trapped. 8 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. You got people that are trapped in situations that are angry because you're free, and it's a brand new year, and you just fresh. You looking fresh. You looking good. You're looking like your energy meter is full to the brim. You know, it's spilling over. You know, you got the world ahead of you, a blank slate. You know, oh, they're mad. Look, that's my girlfriend. Now they're trying to say, I used to be. That's my ex. That's my ex. Yeah. So trying to get clout. All right, let's get the near future. She's all I got. She's all I got. All right, near future. 3 of Cups, celebration. Okay, again with the show. I don't know. It could be a award show. This could be a ceremony or something like that. Justice. Page of Swords, the Magician. Okay, the 10 of Cups. Yeah. If you get invited to this place and you go, like, people can know who you are. So I'm talking to somebody who has a big presence somewhere, okay? Whether you spend time on an actual stage or, you know, the world stage, right? Because when we come up here, we are on stage, right? Okay. Whatever it is, wherever you go, you're invited to, or you're +1 to, people know who you are. You may be shocked to find that out. Of course, that part ain't for everybody, all right? The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, people have seen your work. The Three of Wands. Yeah, people have seen your work at a distance. The Knight of Pentacles. They've seen you build something. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. You would never guess the people that are aware that you exist. You would never guess. You just would never guess. Ten of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles. The Chariot. For some of y'all, this could something could even be like for you, a gathering for you or something like that. Or I'm seeing you being introduced to people. Okay, just like you know, a tuxedo, tie, you know, that type of dressed up. Like everybody's dressed up. That's why I'm seeing everybody at this event. A lot of commotion, a lot of talking and greeting, and there's tables with names on them. Okay. You know, people pay for these tables. Okay, so these are paid for or bought. Okay, the tables. You know, something like might be like 20,000 in one table. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. The Knight of Wands. If y'all ever been to like a gala, you know, Met Gala or something like that. The King of Cups. So some of you guys are going to reach some type of peak, okay, with something that you've been developing or putting your energy into. Like something's about to pay off. An invention, business, an idea. Three of Wands. Queen of Cups. Yeah, people are going to jump at this idea or something like this. People are going to want to endorse or invest in something. The Six of Pentacles. I can't make it up, baby. The Eight of Swords. Okay, now be careful. You know, vent, people. All right, you know, don't get around these celebrities or these people and, you know, get all, I don't feel like I have to tell you that, but, you know, some people, okay, you know, they are people too, you know, some of them. So, you know, don't let the glitz and the glamour, you know, blind you and, you know, you get sucked into something, all right, read the fine print, all right, you know, feel people out. I don't care who the hell they are. Seven of Swords, yeah, feel people out. Because you got people out here who would want to steal what you got, you know. I mean, what have they done to, you know, the Black American community for years, right? That's where they came up with patents. You know? That was the first way they stole something. Black person come up with it, they get a patent for it. Now it's theirs. You know what I'm saying? Now it's theirs because I got a patent. Yeah, it says on this paper that I got a patent, it's mine. Even though it's your idea, I got the patent for it, so now it's mine. Okay. Done it with music, done it with, you know, ever since all the way back. Okay. Pay people a penny to the dollar. If anything at all. The Ten of Pentacles. You know, let's not be a cautionary tale. There's a lot of money in this room. Okay, wherever this is, this kind of people, there's a lot of money in this room. The Hangman. The Queen of Wands. Something about people being stunned by your beauty or your handsomeness. The Hermit. You look well preserved. You look like you've been, like you put in a case and you're only taken out, you know, to be viewed, and then you're put back in the case. That's how God, like, You're like God's, God put you in his china cabinet, when you're not in use, to keep you all safe, to keep you fresh and, everything tight and, what they call it, snatch. Okay. And then when he sends you, when he sends you out, the sun, right? You go out to shine and then you, retreat with death. So it's like the sun coming up and going down and the moon coming out at night, right? Six of Wands. Okay. This could be you and somebody's energy together. The sun and the moon. Queen of Cups. Somebody be trying to steal your essence, your loving essence, energy. Okay. They're not a loving person, so it ain't gonna do nothing for them. You try to put that love on top of hate. You know what I'm saying? They gonna fight. They gonna fight. They gonna fight each other, right? So you ain't gonna be able to wear that love mask at all, cause that hate behind it. They just don't. They don't get along. It's a thin line, but they don't get along like that. Knight of Cups. Okay, somebody loves somebody. It's more than a crush. Ain't that a song? Hey lover, this is more than a crush. Who's that? Is that 112? Is that 112? I think so. It's been a while. It was in the 90s. Ella Cool J. Thank you. Ella Cool J. Who's singing the hook? It's a group, ain't it? That's in the video with them. Who's singing the hook? Somebody's singing the hook. Is it Boys to Men? Boys to Men. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's Boys to Men. Yeah, Sean. Wanye. Judgment. All right, somebody's made a decision. Five of Pentacles, okay? They left someone or some people or something in the past. The Nine of Swords, the Five of Cups. Somebody's completely wash their hands of something. Or some people or some... Yeah, Temperance. Somebody's healed to a certain point. To where they've gained balance enough to come towards somebody. Queen of Pentacles. The Star. Somebody wants to build a foundation with somebody. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, and they want to protect that foundation. They want to build a foundation and to protect it, to defend it. They want to. They're excited about that. Like if they got the opportunity to do that with you, they be very excited about it. Hierophant, the Two of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Page of Swords. I just heard Jay Holiday. So hell, I don't know. Jay Holiday will be watching something else. Two of Swords. Yeah, this is somebody who get on the horse and ride off to the edge of the property and with their shotgun, riding around looking to see if somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody hired somebody trying to get on the property. Like this is the Star, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Swords. That's this person. Driving around, riding a horse. So something about a farm or some land, acres. Riding a horse around the land to make sure that there's nobody, you know what I'm saying? No weirdos are in the bushes or, paparazzi or whatever. Creepy crawlers, it don't matter. Lions, tigers, bears, oh my, it don't matter. Okay, somebody will knock whatever they need to down if it got a problem. Whatever it is. Who's this? This could be an air sign. It's got Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Seven of Pentacles. This person will sit out on the porch all night long if it meant protecting you. I don't know who this is. The Fool. Like this is what they're giving me. The energy I'm reading on. This is what they're telling me to tell you. Okay, the visual that they're giving me to give you. This is the type of, I don't know, somebody can be country or from the country. This person, if it's given the bodyguard with Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. That's exactly what it's giving me. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Giving me exactly that. Like if somebody had to sit out in front of the house with a shotgun all night long with them and the dog, you know what I'm saying? Them and the wolf or whatever, okay? They would do that. They would do that. If it meant you being safe, if it meant you being able to rest, okay? If it meant you being safe from harm. 7 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and somebody else wishes that they would have. This is going to embarrass somebody else. Ace of Cups. This is going to embarrass another person. The way that somebody else steps up for you. Okay? You don't have to force them. You don't have to tell. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is willing. Willing. You know, that's love. Okay? Like the real shit, not the fake shit. Not the fake shit. All right, Spirit. Any advice? That's it, basically. The 9 of Swords. Stay out of your head. Yeah, you can be feeling somebody else's energy, so just make sure you cleanse your energy out. Ace of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, breakthrough. So a fall can be clearing up. Like somebody could be trying to conflict somebody's thoughts or something like that. It's clearing up, or somebody sees through it, or they will. The world. Okay, the sun. Yeah. Somebody sees somebody as the sun, the moon, the stars, the whole world. Okay, whoever this is, out of these 3 or however many people, okay, that want to come towards you. Anything else? Or that are. Somebody is. It's not just a want for somebody. Another person is. It's like somebody else screwed up or something and somebody took off. So somebody is. The 3 of Pentacles. Somebody is like gonna pop up. Page of Wands. 6 of Cups. The Page of Swords. The 9 of Wands. Yeah, they're gonna tell you that they've been watching. They've been learning and watching you. They're gonna tell you. Or you're gonna tell them. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. That's it. That's the read. Hope y'all got some info out of there you needed. All right. If you want to donate to the channel, book a personal info, go to the video. All right. You know, the rates, my rates have gone up. Okay, it's first of the year. Y'all know that. All right. Yeah, make sure you keep your energy cleansed. All right, keep doing what you've been doing. Okay, leave 2025 back in 2025. Don't even. You know what I'm saying? Don't even. All right, leave it there. Whoever this is, I don't know. If this happens to you, put it in come back and comment underneath the video. Thank you for the purple heart. I know I let a purple heart. Come back and comment on the video because I want to see. I want to know this happening for somebody. All right. I love y'all, beloved. Stay prayed up. All right. Be safe. All right. Keep your eyes peeled. I holla. Later.